I have some evidence.
VeChain doing things.
Hey traders, welcome to episode 757 of the show. You could be doing anything but you're here, and I appreciate it as always. And just kind of recently Bitcoin's begun to pull back to the upside a little bit, and just as Bitcoin's just pulling back a little bit, VeChain, I mean legit dude,
VeChain doing things.
Again man, it just hit a 78% retrace. No other altcoin I believe is doing anything like that. I mean, VeChain's completely decoupled for now until it, normally these altcoins will, every now and then one will decouple, and then eventually it'll begin its correction, and then it'll couple back with Bitcoin volatility. But again, as I discussed in the static video today, if you didn't see it, Bitcoin volatility is the kryptonite of altcoins, and so when we lack volatility on Bitcoin, which we certainly are, we certainly have been for the past 3 weeks or so, some of these altcoins have had the opportunity to run to the upside, which is great, grand, wonderful. All right, so that divergence really didn't play out on the 4-hour like we thought it might, but again, with that being discussed, we also talked about the extreme importance of 8,500 over and over and over. I mean, like, can't talk about it or emphasize it enough. So again, man, if you're talking about from this low to this low, sure, higher levels of relative strength, whatever. It's hard to really tell though, is that how it's gonna be? Is this it, man? A low and then this low we use, So still, I guess, I mean, despite anything, from a low point to another low point, definitely higher levels relative strength, right? So of course you just keep selling off more. I mean, eventually you can go down to 27 on the RSI and become oversold on this time scale, and still you would have divergence. But you still just gotta keep in mind that we are making higher levels from before, which is normally a good thing. So if you got this maybe going on, whatever, at an 8,500 area, that's better than not, right? It's better than showing bearish convergence at a critical support.
Can you take a look at a Deere? Rising wedge breakout, triple MACD bearish divergence.
Yeah, we can look at John Deere Connect. Sure, dude. Oh my God. Stocks, of course. I mean, I figured some of y'all would want to see stocks today. I mean, almost everything. Killing it. Green day. Across the board. All the major indices. Wonderful. Whether you're up a little bit or a lot. And, you know, only a few. Like, okay, Disney pumped yesterday. Of course it's going to be down a little bit probably. Yeah, okay. So, anyway. Yeah, we'll look at John Deere, no problem, man. Let me look at Bitcoin, and then we do need to meander to VeChain, doing things. Let's look at that daily time scale, just keeps climbing, chat. Look at this. Exceeding the golden zone, the golden retrace, the golden pocket, now hitting deep retraces, talking about 79.85% of 1 penny. Highest level of relative strength we've seen since April of 2019. Unreal. It just going straight up. So what's the increase in value since October 23rd, its lowest point of all time? At one point today, VeChain was up 183% from its bottom. Wow.
Bruh.
Just keeps on going. And look at the volume increasing with the higher prices, the positive momentum increasing with higher prices, the relative strength increasing with higher prices. That's bullish normally. But I mean, of course, at some point, getting to these levels, you think a pullback could happen. But hey, welcome to crypto. It's the world we live in, the insanity when it presents itself. Sometimes, you know, market can stay rational longer than we can stay solvent on moves up too. So, unreal. Bat is next. Oh no, Bat's been doing things, dude, for like 2 months. It was a trade setup. Hit the entry perfectly and then ran like the Jesus man. All right, so you know, it's funny, we haven't looked at VeChain to BTC. I actually looked at it today. I know Probst and a few other people were talking about it. Talking about Satoshis or something, that the BTC. Look at this one, and not near as well on performance, right? Where from the major high to low, kind of double bottomed, hasn't even hit a 50% retrace, whereas the US dollar tether pair is all the way up here, the 78% retrace. Well, but still a nice rally, no matter what. Oh my God, music's loud. Sorry. Should be better right there. Decibel levels change all the time. Okay, let's look. Okay, so you're asking about John Deere Connect. Well, we've looked at this one before. Already have it charted. Take a look, take a listen. Range-bound asset, kind of up thrusting at the top of the range. Look at the clear accumulation going on. But the rising wedge, the triple MACD, bearish divergence, yes. Yes, James B. It's very interesting, right? The thing is, you know how I talked about the Russell 2000 today, where it's the same kind of situation, kind of, right? Where the impulse brought you to the consolidation, which was range bound. So therefore, it's the hint of bullishness. And I don't know, man. This is only like the second, third time we've hit the top, so. Sure, maybe there's a chance for a sell-off, low risk, high reward opportunity, but jeez, man, this macro is stupid right now, isn't it? Really stupid. So if we did sell off, it's not a very large pattern, right? The rising wedge, measured move would do nothing really at all. But I would say if it was to reverse the downside, low to high, and if this was to continue staying bullish, and it was to fall back inside of this channel, which it already has, right? Up thrusted, and here's the top, the wick. I mean, I don't even know if that wick is really that important, but I'll tell you, I think that 171.88 is extremely important. And then right below it, you've got some support, like look, 170, you know, a high here, another high. So breaking that, you could have a really nice sell-off. But if you're just looking for targets of Fibonacci from your previous low to high, I mean, you're just Yeah, it just seems like a 50% retrace is adequate, and then another one to the downside could be a 61.8% retrace. Of course, right? Duh. Pretty bread and butter. You all know that if you watch the stream, those two. But again, man, yes, it does seem likely that sell-off could happen. But if the trend is so overwhelmingly bullish, which, oh my God, it does seem overwhelmingly bullish with the macro. It's going to be, if the macro continues rising the upside, John Deere is just going to be affected by that because of the, I think it's going to be on, right? One of the major indices, was it on the Dow Jones, right? Just trying to get confirmation. Wow, really? Evidently they have something called the DJI that's like an item or something they use. Yeah. All it just says is on the New York Stock Exchange. I don't know, someone can confirm more for me or something. Anyway, this thing is just going to continue to rise if the macro continues to rise, most likely. All right, it's just going to get pushed up. But again, yeah, you can't say these aren't lower risk areas for sure. Now we could use Fibonacci too, fib extensions from your previous high to low to see that we've hit a 1272 and reversed. But the reversal's not too bad yet. You know, like there might be better areas of value on a short at 183 or 189.47 if it was to continue to climb. So just remember that, keep that in mind. High to low, 1272 is a great area to go short, but of course there are better, lower risk areas up here. Okay. All right, man. Thanks for the 5. VeChain, there's a disturbance in the forest as if a billion souls suddenly cried out. And then suddenly, silence.
VeChain doing things.
ADA? What? Are you lying to me? Don't lie to me, man. Okay, yeah, ADA is going up too right now. I wouldn't say it's going nuts. That's insane rhetoric. I mean, I don't get it, man. Just don't understand. But yeah, VeChain. I'm talking about just fall asleep at the wheel asset. Yeah, look no further than ADA. Sorry, not VeChain. ADA, right? Just like impulse and then the downsloping channel, whatever. Look, you're at it. Yeah, you're beginning to bullishly engulf. You're up like nearly 4% now. Out of nowhere, right? It just started happening in the past hour. 4.4 cents, man. So dumb youths, man. Oh my God.
Was it over when the German bomb pulled harder? Hell no!
Two dumb youths tipped $59.58. If you bought that at 327 says when a magical 6 feet 7 inches beanstalk arrived in our community. While we thought he had inside info. Say huh, guy.
Dude, holy crap. 2 Utes, man. Probes Connect, man. Thanks so much for the 59.58. Holy crap. We thought we had inside info. I don't know what you mean by that, because rising wedge bearish divergence, that was my analysis way back then. Remember, we just didn't know how bad it was going to be. We didn't know how steep the drop was. We didn't know that, hey man, this rising wedge with like very nice bearish divergence on both oscillators was going to be the end of all time for VeChain, right, until now. And we're just talking about this. Yeah, dude, it was, dude, we go to the 4 hour. Never, look, it's this exact same thing, man. Like, never erased it, never got rid of it. It's just been sitting here, looking here, listening. Way up here. Rising wedge. Nah, dude, no way, man. Watch. Look. It's like a high on price. I don't know, higher high on price. Even here, you know, it's just more so like this, right? And it wasn't as clear, maybe here, but yeah, it was rising wedge, man. Right, huge, disgusting, end your life impulse. I think there was something even up here that wasn't right. I think this is, we didn't even start analyzing it till this started happening. And so, yeah, that was it, dude. It ushered it all in the beginning of the end for VeChain, not doing things until, well, I mean, we even had a trade here. Nice ascending triangle, hit the measure move perfectly. That was really it. There was the Walmart news, Walmart rumors. Raymond, thanks for resubbing. Welcome, dudes. Welcome back. Interesting. I don't get it, dude. Why unsub? Just to resub, man. Anyway, so, yep, since then, since we created a falling wedge. What? A falling wedge? And you've gotten crazy stuff? So it's like a rising wedge, falling wedge, divergence. Oh, man, and it was just the weekly here that was so freaking amazing. Like, you gotta be really, like, look at that, dude. It's crazy. Look, a low on price. You know, a clear high, you know, major high up here, and then you sell off again, and then on this exact same low as this one from December of 2018, higher levels relative strength. There was another asset we looked at an S-Coin. I can't remember. We looked at it yesterday, and it was showing the same type of bullish divergence on both oscillators in the weekly. It's kind of a double bottom. It's nice, man. But look at this. This whole week, you know, got as low as 54% of one penny, and you got all the way up to 80% of a penny. Wow. Oh my God. That's right, Julia. Whew. Okay, so you brought it back, man. The VeChain doing things. Oh no, look at the bearish engulfing candle too on the weekly. That was the rising wedge. End it all. Breakout. So, yeah, I mean, besides ADA and VeChain, nothing's up. I mean, you got Maker down 8.88%. Kang Logan would love it. Friggin' love it, man. Everything else down 2 to 4%. Talked about it in the static today. All right, just going back to ADA real quick, that clearly, as you can see, hasn't really broken anything yet, even though it's up so nicely today, I guess, in the past hour. It was Tezos. Okay, there you go. Tezos was doing very similar things to VeChain, but actually you could see it had more data, so it actually had MACD bullish divergence on the weekly too. Awesome, dude. PayPal banned Pornhub. Verge might have a chance. I don't know, man. How many people do you know that pay for porn? Okay. And then, like, think about the people that do pay for porn. Do you think those people are going to be tech savvy enough to actually use cryptocurrency to pay for their porn? Probably not. Yeah, Verge is screwed, man. I don't think they have a chance. They had their chance, dude. They had it, right? 2017, 2018. We're now 2019 going on 2020. A little Electronium, dude. Anyone talking about Electronium having a chance is delusional. You're crazy to think Electronium's anything but a dead asset at this point. I mean, many altcoins are the same way.
Bruh.
Check it out, Mitch. I made massive
yeah.
profit from
Luckin
LG stock
Coffee
today.
killed it.
However, I got burned like melting candle from SLS stock.
Dude, Luckin Coffee up 40-something% in 2 days is crazy, dude. Oh my God. Let's go Luckin Coffee. I mean, it's pretty much just like this.
TA with Mitch Ray, brought to you by
Luckin
Coffee.
Just kidding, Erwin Coffee.
Bruh.
Just a huge green impulse candle. Who was it that someone did a trade setup yesterday on the breakout and back test of not just the downsloping resistance of the little, correction we were in, but also 1 and 2 here. You definitely triple bottomed, gapped up on earnings, and then see you buy, right at all-time highs. Right, you actually hit all-time highs today on Luckin Coffee. Unbelievable, dude. Triple MACD bullish divergence, and then tail end RSI, bullish divergence. What more do you want? It was beautiful, dude. You were shorting Luckin Coffee? I bet you weren't. I bet you weren't. Who in the world shorts Luckin Coffee with triple MACD, bullish divergence, RSI, bullish? I don't. How in the world does that make sense, dude? You can't troll the troll, dude. Okay. So, oh man, do we really want to look at like Ethereum, dude? Okay, in before some random person's like, Mitch, can we look at Ethereum? I'm very interested to see how the project's doing. Okay, dude. Yeah, it's doing nothing. It sucks. It still sucks. Still the same as it was. All right, log scale could never break above $200. Could never look. You can't break the 75% trend line of the equidistant channel. Starting to sell off now. Great. Very cool, dude. A lot of action on Ethereum. I'm so proud of it. Look, down 2.38%. Stop saying Luckin Coffee. It's Luckin. Luckin Coffee. Whew. SLS Connect. Why in the world would you be touching SLS Connect? What in the world was incentivizing to you about SLS Connect? How could you ever, just by looking at the chart, be like, oh yeah, this is definitely an asset I want to deal with, dude. Oh yeah. Dude, it looks like you pick an S coin that, you know, whatever, one of the loser coins. I don't even know their names. I mean, here, I'll just go to CoinMarketCap and look for one, like Titty Coin or something. I don't know, man. Let's see. I'm going to give you an example. This one looks like maybe Pundy Coin's chart or worse, right? Unicoin, Golem Coin, Rift Token, Fart Coin, right? That's what this looks like. Just awful. So what were you doing, dude? What were you doing? Well, you know what? If you lost your butt on this one, dude, maybe you could take it on the amount of money you lost. You can say, hey, I learned something today and it cost me this much money. I'll never do it again. If that happens, no big deal. But if you don't do that, you're doing it wrong, okay? Procoin. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, Procoin, dude. Red coin. Oh my god. Yeah, you want to look at Regen? Killing it, dude. Dude, I remember like we were in here looking at Regen coin and talking about this, and someone was like, I can't believe people tip this guy when he's looking at things that have already happened. And it's like, dude, yeah, it already happened. That means clearly you weren't watching the stream back here when we were discussing all the crazy coinciding variables. That's your fault for being some scrub who's just coming in, right? We've been monitoring we got Kevin Grubb. He's got my back. A lot of y'all have my back on these assets we look at. And it's killing it, right? It's now log scale. Sorry, it still hasn't hit that 50% retrace, which is technically that target. You know, 356. Just been a bunch of up down past couple days. No real divergence. I mean, kind of on the RSI, but I don't know, man. But you're at profit taking levels since it decided to break to the upside. Its value has increased 28%. That's pretty freaking amazing. I mean, we're talking September or October 1st to now. We're talking like 6 weeks, 30% gains. Welcome to swing trading, man, or position trading, whatever you want to call it. Okay. Looking at the daily time scale. Hold on a sec. Just looking at chat. You thought some porn site sponsored XPG back in 2017. What happened? That was Pornhub, and who cares? What is this? Dude, I can't find it. I'm just scrolling through chat, man. Haven't really been able to. Oh my god, Jeffy T, are you kidding me, man? What?
Is that a joint?
Hey Mitch, thanks for everything. Can we look at AG first, Majestic Silver?
Majestic Silver? Why can't we just look at normal silver? Why does it have to be majestic, dude? Okay, thank you so much, Jeffy, dude, for the 50, mother of God. Oh. Hype in the chat. Seriously, hype in the chat for Jeffy. He's killing it, man. But certainly, we can certainly look at AG, Attorney General Connect Kappa. The first majestic. All right. So this is it. You know, still in a downtrend, believe it or not, right? I can't believe this, man. And, you know, just sitting around at that 75% trend line, the ecosystem channel. We've done it before. Last time we did it, we failed. I mean, last time we did, we broke above it and hit the 100%. And that's where we kind of created the channel. But, you know, this is a little battleground area. Oh, man, look at this. It's just like beautiful momentum shift. You see, being able to identify momentum shifting, right? It's like you can see the low, the lowest low, all of a sudden a higher low. What? Higher high, then you dump and you make a higher low than the previous low. What? Down sloping resistance. Look what happened. You actually gapped up on breaking it, and look where you ran to once you broke this supply line of this channel within a channel. Yes, channelception. But, you know, if I'm talking about the here and now, had a really nice impulse. Now it looks like it's creating a diamond almost. Maybe not. Just almost crap, dude. Like a descending triangle. Because it's not making higher highs or even matching the highs yet, even though it could in time. Remember, it is in a downtrend. It's been in a downtrend technically since May of 2011, right? You know, this is not as good as spot price. You know, silver and gold spot prices, they actually broke out. Right? If you look at it like that, it's like you're forming a descending triangle. But you're at the tip top of it, and regardless of anything, if you did break it, we could almost just look at it like it's range bound too, right? So just because you break this doesn't mean necessarily that it's gonna go to the moon, man. You're definitely gonna have. Remember, it's like momentum shift trend lines, and then horizontal line resistance. You got to break this and back test it before running to higher prices. But the good news is, I'll tell you this. I mean, if we could ever break that, see, there's a resistance at 1250 or so back from, 2014. Yep, that's your next. If you can ever break 1134 to 1159, you're going straight up to 1250 or so. All right, but maybe you're developing some sort of descending triangle. I also see, like, look, a left shoulder, head, right shoulder, like inverse head and shoulders, kind of. Pretty small pattern. Like if you're cherry picking, right, I'm including the entirety of the consolidation, and it looks more like a descending triangle than an inverse head and shoulders, because like if you use the inverse head and shoulders, you're completely disregarding all this right here. It's like, why would you do that? So yeah, maybe inverse head and shoulders, but definitely a descending triangle, despite anything. Okay, brass tacks. Right, breaking out of a descending triangle, the downside, you're coming back down to around 647. If you break the upside, 100% measure move could yield you all the way up to like 1322. But again, it's just the way you look at it, right? So somebody might not look at it like a descending triangle at all. They might just look at it like it's range bound of an asset. Okay, let me make this only visible on the weekly. That's just good to see. You gotta know. You want to know what trend you're in, right? So we know what trend we're in. Okay, so you're just looking now, and it's range bound between 898. What's going on here? I don't know, the double thing. God, kidding me? Look at that. It just duplicates it. I don't know why. So look, if you're range bound and you're ever able to break above, you know, the over this area, 1158. This is it, man. This is how you measure a range bound asset that breaks out to the upside or downside, right? Who was that? Sorry. Armin Mekovic. Thanks so much for the sub, dude. Welcome.
Bruh.
So you could look at it like that. Just a rectangle for now. Okay. But even if you break this at 1158, you got strong resistance right at 1250. You break that, yeah, good chance you'll go up to 14 bucks. Okay? And a downtrend still. Despite anything. Also, you know, one way we can look at things is Fibonacci from that major high to the lowest point. Where have we gone? We've retraced nearly 50% of the way and no higher. So look, a 618 brings you to 1359. Also a reasonable area for reversal to the downside. Okay.
Bruh.
Thanks again, Jeffy, man, for the freaking 50. Holy crap. Can't believe my attitude toward Ethereum. Well, obviously we know you're emotionally invested in it, dude. See, like, people offended that I'm talking crap about Ethereum when in actuality I don't really care. It's just another altcoin that hasn't done anything. I mean, what kind of development? What has changed on Ethereum in the past 2 years? For real. Like, what's really like groundbreaking change on it? And not only that, what's its price action doing that would make me care? This is kind of price action driven show. I mean, we do technical analysis here. So if Ethereum's not doing anything, oh, don't be offended, dude. It's like, okay, this show's kind of like South Park, where we're gonna make fun of everything, okay, when it comes to an asset. So get used to it, dude. Everything's gonna get made fun of, so don't be offended.
Is that a joint?
I actually think Gus XRP Malzahn and crew beat Tuga this weekend. That line will stop the run. Take the points.
Let me think here. If that would actually be good for Bama. It probably would be. I'm just thinking here, because it's like, I don't know, man. Because if you think about it, Georgia already has a loss, so you might want them going on, you know, running the table up until the SEC championship, to where LSU would beat Georgia in it and probably beat them pretty decently by a couple touchdowns or more. And that would probably be the best case scenario, because then it would be like, if everything's at a standstill and that occurs, that might be Bama's best chance, and Bama wrecks Auburn in the Iron Bowl. I don't know if you want Georgia losing this week to Auburn. Not quite sure what that's going to do, right? Definitely can't have it. LSU has to run the table. Like, that's for Bama's best shot of maybe getting in, backdooring. LSU has to win the rest of their games. Oh, Armin is talking in the chat. What's up, dude? Thanks for the sub again, man. Always good to... yeah, we covered VeChain earlier in the stream. It was like the second asset of the day we looked at. We have video on demand, so you can rewind the stream and find it. Looked at it on the US dollar tether pair and the Bitcoin pair. Kind of went deep on it. Pulled back and looked at everything. Tripping through time on VeChain. Jalen, you had an interview today? Man, hope it goes well, man. We got your back, dude. Keep working on the spaceship stuff for the VeChain, you know, or keep working on the VeChain spaceship, dude, so we can bring to life that still shot. You're working Arizona versus Oregon tomorrow? What do you mean you're working? What does that mean, Spock Talk? I don't understand. Claudio, good to see you, man. As always. Okay, so we've got ourselves. Is this some sort of butterfly, maybe? Sala is asking about UNH. Okay, so obviously range developed, right? It means, like, you know, clear support, and then you've got clear resistances. You hit it today. All right, so what I'm talking about is maybe, and I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. XA, and then B is at 7. Oh my god. Right? It's pretty much the criteria we need. High or low. And it's close, right? You're looking at 886, but that's very, very close. And now we're looking 1272 to a 1618. Alright? Not bad, man. Not bad at all. So that is the PCZ. It's a very large zone. Alright? Reversal zone. Anywhere between 308, 336. It's where we could possibly go. We know this is the only scenario of a harmonic that could exist because it's a 786. Alright? High or low with a 786. So we're a good reversal spot, maybe for a back test, right? It could hit this 309 and then pull back to 287, or even worst case 273 reversal, but probably go to the upside again because, right, healthcare is killing it, right? Healthcare is doing really well this year, and you know, healthcare is cyclical, so yeah, this seems likely in time. So there might be this might be a good profit taking level, as well as it might be a good opportunity to, you know, if you are long on this, one can hedge with a put, buying puts or something like that for a reversal. But you know, it could just keep going, like, right? Because it, like, 1272, 1414, and then 1618 is all also, like, that's the top. So that's the lowest risk entry for a short on a bearish butterfly. It would be on this asset, 336 or so. All right. What do you said of a stop? Oh, hold on, man. Like, on these, you just kind of, it's all relative to where your reward is, right? So, I mean, like, for instance, let's say we thought that, all right, George Soros called us on the phone and was like, okay, Ray, this is where it's going to dump, all right? So you Fibonacci from that swing high, from the lowest point of the pattern to the highest point, all right? And so I think there's a criteria, oops, wrong tool. There's criteria for, like, nothing above, like, the 224%. I can't remember. Let me but just, like, common sense, right? Well, look at that, you know, just that's a 382 and just a back test of all-time highs if it ever broke that, right? I mean, that's extremely good. 6.65 to 1, meaning, like, you now have flexibility to make your stop loss even higher, right? Look at that. You could go to 348 is the stop, and it's still 4.59 to 1 reward to risk. That is definitely reasonable to think if you got to this level, that's how far we could pull. This is almost like, in a way, it's not a deep crab, but it's like Nike, right? Where it was breaking into all-time highs or something, and if it was to reverse there, I don't know why it wouldn't come back to at least test the November 30th, 2018 all-time high, right, as support when it was once resistance. But according to, let's just look in the book real quick, talk about it. So you get it, the relativity to where your profit taking levels are, right? Just give me a sec. I'm looking. Okay. What? Yeah, see, I'm looking in the book. I'm trying to do this on the fly. Not really helping. Yeah, it's just kind of showing like stop loss above the 1618. Yeah, this one's kind of like just you gotta eyeball it, and I would just look at where you're gonna take profit, right? Does that make sense to anyone, viewer, at all? Mr. Peabody. Nah, man, I'm simple TA, man, and that's the whole point, dude. If I can do it, all of you can do it. Okay, you just have to apply yourself and put in the effort and time, but you must have the passion, and that's something that no one can teach, no one can give you. That must be deep within your soul. Okay, passion. Mr. Wolver, no, I absolutely did not mention waves at all. Okay. Mitch Ray, TA token on the Waves platform. What? Right, so like a profit taking level 382, fine. That makes a lot of sense why we'd have it there. And then another one. Oh, easy enough. What? 50% retrace right here. You get 382, 50%, 618. You don't have to be cute about it. All reasonable, man. You believe it is covered in chapter 69 of Bulkowski's new book? Oh my god. Oh, so good! Dude, I couldn't even get past a page and a half before I was like, there's something seriously wrong here. I can't read the rest. This is abuse. I don't like it, okay? Dude, Mr. Wolver, I thought we were friends, dude. Why would you do this to me? Seriously. Waves to the US dollar tether at your request. I mean, sure. Yeah, bullish divergence on the oscillators. Wow. Structurally, I don't really even know, man. Okay, it's like just $3.31. Let's look at it in log scale just for fun. I had no change, really. I don't. Maybe it's now we're able to do something with it. But where were we? Just Casey Stubbs, man.
Casey Stubbs tipped $23.58. Just man up and aim for the see his first profit level.
Bruh.
Dude, it's just like that swing for the fence stuff. It's just so like, think about it, man. I don't get that because it's like, dude, you run down and like, say you take profit at the 382 in the situation, right, with UNH, and it's like, your position had increased in value. You were up 15% on your trade, right? And then it reverses because it's extremely bullish. The trend's extremely bullish, and it like hits that and then runs to like all-time highs again. And then it's like you had 15% gains, but nah, Casey Stubbs is like, no, dude, let's just go for C 212. Yep, this is our only target, dude. Way down here. Wow, man, 11.35 to 1 reward to risk, but you may never get there ever. Okay, so you know, I get it. That's their way. It's just, you're going to be really liberal or conservative on profit-taking levels. I don't know, right? Thank you, Casey Stubbs, for chiming in.
Bruh.
Look here! Look, listen!
Oh no, Bitcoin selling off. 84.45, down $185 on the day. We have just about 14 minutes to go until this daily candle closes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub.
Bruh.
Thanks so much. Gonna try our best here to make sense of this insanity. I don't know if we can. God. Like, what do you do? Is it... like that? Maybe, kind of. I don't know. 1 and 2 and then 3. It kind of looks good. Kind of. You don't use the wick, just the candle close. Oh, it's even better, right? Just within the 25 and the heart line. That's pretty nice, okay? Disregarding the wick and just using the candle close. Not bad. So what does that mean, Mr. Wolver? You're in a downtrend for a while. But yes, I know Mr. Wolver's like, hey man, I think I see divergence. Well, you're right. You're right about that, but look, man, the divergence played out. You're in a downtrend and divergence plays out all the time, but often in bearish trends, bullish divergence, even on the daily or weekly, it'll play out. and it barely moves, right? It's like, you know, seeing bearish divergence on the S&P 500 on the weekly, it manifested into barely any losses. Even though it did play out, it just was nothing almost, right? So here you go. And more bullish divergence on the daily, but again, look, it playing out. Wow. No worries. No worries about the Discord stuff. Yeah, we had some insane bot come in to try to scam our entire community 1 trillion times. So, you know, we're on red alert right now in the Discord. God, people are so pathetic, man. They're just so desperate to steal and hurt other people. It's crazy, dude. It's literally crazy that there's evil in this world like that. Like, frequently happening. Like, oh, someone's trying to scam someone every single day. Like, in my comment section on all my streams and videos, there's always someone trying to scam our entire community. And it's just like, dude, I don't care if you don't like my TA or you think I suck or something at TA. Guess what, though? I'm still trying to help people, and I'm not trying to scam anyone or hurt anyone, okay? So that should be good enough. Without good people in this world, bad things can run rampant. And we can't have that, man. We must be the bastion of light throughout all the darkness of all these scammers and scrubs and losers, okay? Well, thanks, Mr. Peabody, for the like and the sub. You blame my content? You get brightness in your mind? My fault? It's all good, dude. Those are good things. You can blame me for good things. Alright? If you realize I'm not helping you anymore, man, you know, you should find something to do that, you know, would help you, right? Alright, why would I look at DAG yet, dude? Muddy Fun Star. I mean, what is that? It's on Hit BTC. That's all it is, dude. We have looked at it before. Yeah, I kind of remember looking at it a little bit where it's range bound. Look what happened when you broke out of the range, dude. I don't know when, like, we looked at this, but it had to be, clearly had to be sometime before August, where we had 1 and 2 here and then 1 here. All right, you broke it, you even back tested it, and look where you've run, just gone. I don't know, it's just some random S coin. What's it up today? Oh my God. Constellation Connect, 2.41%. Wow, dude. Yeah, illiquid S coin on some random scuffed exchange. Great, man. There you go, there's your Constellation, beautiful. Right, I don't really know what I can do with it. Oh, flash crash, flash pump. What was it, Telegram group? Don't really know what the heck, you know, like, is it 1 and 2 here and then 3 here? I guess, I don't know. Maybe that's it, dude. Coupled handle, man. Yeah, coupled handle, man. Yeah, the entire chart's a coupled handle. Remember, patterns are not supposed to be the entirety of the chart. Patterns are supposed to be pauses and trends, pauses and impulses, consolidation after impulses, right? Those are patterns. Spot Talk, you're almost certainly correct. I'm sure. Yep. They partner with the U.S. Air Force and Chainlink Connect. Well, there you go, man. There you go, going to the moon. 222,000 sats. Well, it's really 223,000 sats. Whatever. Purple butterfly trading. Read. Go figure they would use, you know, butterflies. Right, with the most, I don't know, the most obscure PCZ, they would do that. They wouldn't be like the purple Gartley trading, right, or the purple Cipher trading. No, they would be like butterfly. Why does Bitcoin fail so many bull flags? Not enough demand, still in a correction. Remember, like the trend we're in on Bitcoin is long-term up, right? But still mid-term down. Like, right, when we pumped to the upside in 3 days, jumped up 43% in value. We never made higher highs than our previous highs. Not really. Not our major overhead resistance highs, right? So until you do that, you can't say the trend's reversed. And normally you need for it to happen a few times for that trend to really, for you to really say the trend's reversed. Okay. Is Bitcoin manipulated? Of course it's manipulated. Everything's manipulated, man. Manipulated by market makers and market participants. Of course, man. Exchanges. Especially on these low volume S coins. Oh my god, VeChain's up 7.2%. That's near. Can we just keep our eye on this one so we don't have to look at Bitcoin being gross? Can we look at Link? Sure. Steven Stan, man. Good to see you, dude. As always. VeChain doing things. It's going on the upside. Wow. Wow. Okay, Link you want? Lincoln log. Someone said it took it on the chin today. What? It's only down 0.25%. Rising wedge? Dude, you say that took it on the chin. What are you talking about, dude? Just a crazy long-legged doji. I mean, this to me just seems like illiquid. Those kind of wicks and small bodies everywhere. I mean, maybe it's not, but it seems like to me it's not very, it's pretty illiquid. Okay. Rising wedge. So what does that mean, right? Huge, momentous rally uptrend. Correction. All right, finally bottomed out with bullish divergence on the MACD and then some RSI convergence, double bottom, right? And now we're attempting our second rally. We go to the weekly, and as you can see, how many times do we do this, chat? I mean, I don't know how many times I can tell you, right? You have an impulse, you have your initial sell-off, you retrace, then you reverse. What do you do on your reversal? You normally make a lower high, a double top, or a slightly higher high with bearish divergence no matter what. And then you go on to make much lower lows. You correct and you pull back to critical support areas. All right. So, hadn't happened yet, but you can clearly see from one high to this next potential high, not much positive momentum at all. This is where this is what I'm talking about. Why does this happen all the time? Why do we always get lower highs, double tops, or slightly higher highs before dumping? That's why our harmonics painted, because normally on that attempted rally you have much lower levels of positive momentum, much lower levels of relative strength, while normally being overbought with the divergence. Okay, so this could keep climbing, and it does seem like eventually where we are, there's not much resistance until 373. But now looking at the weekly, there's overhead resistance on a candle high close at like 340, which is kind of what we hit few weeks ago. Yeah, like 3 weeks ago. So is it gonna make a lower high, a higher high, or a double top, and then sell off when the divergence or bearish convergence appears? Sorry, me. Everyone get that a little bit? It's like, why does history repeat itself? Because exhaustion. Exhaustion and confirmation, really, right? I mean, it's like you get exhaustion, but you get that attempted rally, and when you double top or make a slightly higher high, it's like, and you're exhausted, it's like, okay, you're confirming to the market that this is the top for now, right? Now, I'm sure we could probably plot something historically, like, 1 and 2 here, and 3. Oh, it's probably beautiful. Oh man, it's so freaking nice. Look at the heartline touch and rally. So look at the upside potential. You could make that slightly higher high, 750.
Is that a joint?
Something to consider. BTC volume is at its lowest since before the dump from 6K last year. Not saying dump is coming, but something gonna happen in next few days and weeks. PBR in the mini fridge.
What's up, Rush Pabs, man? Thanks for the 420. Well, yeah, certainly something's going to happen the next few days or weeks, for sure. VeChain, man.
VeChain doing things.
Chain presents the Lord Chip $23.58. Yep. Good with Chain Marathon. See if John Mayer can break down the 888 Kings 100 set sell wall.
No, he's not here. He's probably not at his PC. He's probably somewhere in outer space doing things, you know? So, if he was here, I think we could probably make it happen, but not until then, man. All right? Kings. Thank you, VeChain presents the Lord of VeChain, the Lord of the Chain of V's, the Vent of it, Spectacular. All right, whatever. What did you call me? Whatever the heck I want, man. Hey, look, I'm on time. It is time for... Look on the 8s. We have less than 2 minutes until your daily candle close on the corn. Sitting at 84.57, kind of below critical supports. Historical supports. All you have to do is, well, I mean, on the, look, this is what I'm talking about. The weekly... still hanging in there a little bit, right? I think on the weekly you could probably come all the way down to 82.30 and still be okay holding that. But all you did was break it, and now you're trying to regard it as support, right? Broke it to the upside. You ran straight up to what? The next overhead resistance, and now you're pulling back to back test it. And hopefully it holds. If it doesn't, real good chance, like we were talking about in the static video and early in the stream, from 8,500 to 73 to 7,500, right? $1,000 move. Because there's really nothing left. There's nothing else, right? No other supports for $1,000 after 8,500-ish, okay? So you just got to hope that by Sunday, we're holding where we are now, at least, right? We really would like to be above 8,500, I think. Okay, man, that's the big deal. That's the weekly. Here's a daily. Your daily candle has just closed. So, bruh. A new candle has been born. Oh my God, we're up $1.52. Sound the alarms. Sound the effing alarms. We're rich, chat. Of course, I mean, like I looked at it earlier. VeChain to BTC, 92 sats. And why can you not tip? You can tip, but you can't tip Super Chat because I think you would also prefer that YouTube and Google doesn't take 30% of your tip. And then after Google and YouTube take that 30% tip, they hold on to the money you were tipping me today until the end of the month. And if they feel like it, they'll then give me that money like it wasn't even mine to begin with. And they own me, right? Even though you paid me. And then after I receive it, I then have to pay 30% taxes on it. So by the time when it's all said and done, that Super Chat you gave me, I got 40% of it or so, right? Less than half. So you can tip me, but if the link is in the description below, if you tip me that way, I get pretty much 100% of it. Isn't it wonderful? But yeah, we looked at VeChain and BTC earlier in the stream. Hasn't even made a 50% retrace yet. It's crazy. You think today will bring us a green lightsaber? I don't know about that, dude. Maybe. Negative momentum continuing to build at its highest point today. Really, Obi-Wan Kenobi is the July 18th high. You're our only hope, dude. Whoops. Here it is, man. Obi-Wan. What the? Dude, oh my God. Kenobi support. Did I spell it right? I think I did. Obi-Wan Kenobi support. That's it. You must hold. You must not break this, man. Break it, probably see it 74, 7,500, and then at that point it's a fake out, right? You're still skating along the 121-day correction you're in. It could be argued you're still in the correction until you really break above $10,850 or nearly $11,000. I want to watch it, man. I want to watch the new, is the Boba Fett Mandalorian or whatever it's called, Mandalorian? It looks like it's real. Like it's not like a a cartoon. Is it real life? Like real people? Like I think Apollo Creed's in it. No. Yes, maybe. Like the real life Apollo Creed. Is that it? Mom and man, oh my god, I'm in the chat. Dude, Slow, thank you so much for joining Patreon. Welcome. Very kangish of you. Hype in the chat!
Is that a joint?
Bruh.
Thank you, dude. Wow. So, dude, thanks, and looking forward to seeing you. Remember, if you are a patron, it's really disappointing. Like, we have like 140 patrons or something, and I normally only see like 30 max, 30 patrons like online in Discord at any given time. Dude, there's just, you are not taking full advantage of the amenities if you're not in the Discord as a patron. Okay, you need to join it and be online and participate in the Patreon Discord chat, dude, because it's so good. Like, I can't put, like, there's just so many things I type in there and post in there that we all post in there that I think you'd get value out of. So if you're a patron listening, you're not participating, you should. Okay, really think you'll get more value out of it, for real. Whew. Yep, and log. Yeah, I'm out now. We did it, man. Thanks, dude. You like it? You say watch it, you kind of pun? Why don't you really pun? What do you mean, should you trade? It is a vague pronoun, dude. Okay. So someone tell me more about the Star Wars thing. It's like real. It's not like a cartoon. Yes. And yeah, when is the new Star Wars coming out? Soon? Right, new Star Wars Worlds movie release. Okay. Oh man, it's like late December or mid to late December. It looks like Thursday, December 19th is the release on that. I'm counting on y'all to find a nice HD ripped torrent before it even releases. Thanks so much. Cab up. The new Star Wars show is real. Carl Weathers. Yeah, that's him, right? That's Apollo Creed, I think. Yeah. Okay, sweet. I do want to watch it, but I don't have a Disney Plus account. How many Plus accounts do you have to have these days? Everything's a Plus now. ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, Hulu Plus. I don't think Netflix is a Plus. HBO Plus or something. Like, what am I supposed to do, man, with all this craziness? Okay, so I don't know, man. Like, things are just still down, right? You know, ZRX, the new day just started, but it's down 4.22%.
Is that a joint?
Gross. Right, ZRX. Look, the lower high selling off. Right, we're waiting patiently on this one. The alert's set up at like 23 cents. Okay, eventually I want to see this price for a potential long, and you look at the only way you can see this is in log scale with the lowest low, and we're looking for a higher low, right? A nice inverse head and shoulders. Okay. Still waiting. I don't care if it goes up here. This was just a situation where it could. If it was to remain completely symmetrical, it would run up there first, but it's not. All right, it's selling off and waiting for 23 to 22 cents. Let's go. We got a while to go, and that's what you do, man. This is like scanning, right? You look for opportunity. You set up your alert, and what do you call it when you set up your alerts and you wait for price to come to you? That's called playing the market. What is it when you take an entry where the price is on the market? That's called getting played by the market. Okay, you don't want to do that, man. Wait for opportunity. All right, have a pipeline. It's like sales, man. You want to have a pipeline in your watch list, a pipeline of alerts set up, a pipeline of potential patterns, right? You're waiting for all those prices to hit, and you'll get them, man. I'm telling you, like it'll just get rolling. It'll just start rolling where boom, your alerts keep getting hit. You're like, oh crap, this one's at entry. This one's at entry. Holy crap, I haven't looked at this one in like a month or two. It hit entry, or the alert went off. So let's look at it now more, right? Patreon Plus. PlayStation Plus, there you go. Tittycoin Plus. Get wrecked. Don't watch it for Disney, watch it for Mr. Creed. I want you, says me to Drink Troll. Back in the day. Ace G Plus, certainly Ace G Plus, man. It's a no-brainer. So how's Ethereum Classic and Monero holding up? Both of those were like had broken out, right? Let's look at Monero first, then Ethereum Classic. Okay, so Monero is still broken out.
Is that a joint?
Mitch, shout out Jeanette, my girlfriend, please. She loves the Is That a Joint, ha. And I'm glad I can still tip, you deserve every cent. No Bitcoin casino tip though, asexual pride.
What? Asexual pride? I hope you're not being asexual. I mean, if you're asexual, maybe Janet. See, her name is spelled differently, right? It's not like Janet. It's like Jeanette. So shout out to Jeanette or Janet. And hey, I did better because the TTS didn't even know what to do. It was like, and it just kept talking. It's like, okay. But ICO News, thanks for the 420. She loves the joint. Well, it's an honor and a privilege to be able to.
Is that a joint?
Every day for all of you. Fan-frickin-tastic. Okay. But
marijuana's bad.
That boy is good.
thanks so much, Jeanette, and ICO News. She will maybe one day become Mrs. ICO News Connect. Fantastic. That's right, Ben. That's right. Get wrecked, Elliot, man. Wait for the markets. Yes, sir. Sahid Salim. That's top one rule. Thanks, Milo. Mehmedi. Yeah, sure, dude. Absolutely. Whatever. I mean, this is what it's about, dude. I was trying to, the stream, go live every day, and just try to do my best in helping people size up charts, right? To be able to look at something and understand like what's going on with the candles, right? I mean, at this point, we know we have made a momentum shift breakout, right? That's true. But from your high point to low point, right, with Fibonacci, you've only retraced 23% of the way, right? 23%, 38%. This is a 100% retrace, right? If it ran all the way up, it would be a 100% retrace. So you're at a shallow retrace at the 236. Kind of stalling, not looking that great, all right? Could be looking, and sucks, man. The RSI, you just can't break above 60. We were doing it, it looked good, and now it's like, sorry, back below it. I don't think that's very good for Monero. Monero might have another sell-off and eventually back test the downsloping resistance as support, and you might have a real good potential double bottom opportunity or something. But as it stands, if we were to look at this asset, like any asset we'd see on a traditional market, you're just looking for retraces between $77 and $94 is your most common retraces. Again, common retraces, the 236 is the most shallow retrace. You reversing hard there is meaning just like very little demand for an asset. Not good, very bearish, right? It's still holding though, right? But, and you're talking about, all right, so shallow retrace, moderate retraces. In your golden zone, we call it. At the top of the golden zone is the golden retrace, the 618. And above that, the 78% and 88% retraces. Those are your deep retraces. And that is normally how harmonics are formed. These are very good areas of value. If you're looking at it this way in context, these are good shorting areas. And if you're looking at it this way, these are good long areas to go long, right? People see value down here. 88% sale on Monero, on Amazon. What? 88% sale, right? You'd want to buy that Black Friday sale on an asset. Of course, you're not there, but I'm just trying to give you some, I don't know, maybe it changes your perception of how Fibonacci works in your mind, because that's the way it should be looked at. Okay, value areas. Kind of value areas. No value areas, really. Okay, that's Monero. It broke out, but stalling, not looking too hot. Maybe it has to do with Bitcoin. I would think so. I think Monero has one of the highest betas to Monero ever, beta being market or sensitivity, price action sensitivity to the macro in this market being Bitcoin. All right. Ethereum Classic Connect. Ooh, fake out, right? Big fake out on Ethereum Classic. Right, could never break this area of resistance. Man, this was a strong one too. If you could ever break this, you would have had a really nice run on the upside, but as it stands, fail. And now you're back inside the channel. So double whammy of badness. Never broke every resistance and could never break out. So, oops. It looks like there's always a chance you'll come right back down to like 420.
Is that a joint?
$4.20. Continue to sell off. Get wrecked, Ethereum Classic. It was so close, yet so far away. Hit the 236, right? The shallow retrace and reverse. So very little demand, it seems, for now. But, you know, maybe we make a higher low and show accumulation, double bottom, whatever, and then we could run to the upside and really break out of this. Okay. Boom. Wait, am I right though? Was it Jeanette, not Janet? No one's telling me, dude. People are just requesting coins to look at. Yeah, Walmart killed it on earnings, dude. I mean, absolutely destroyed it. I think it's like their online sales increased like by like 41%. It's just wonderful for Walmart. But, you know, I mean, after all that happened, it was like profit taking. Dang, dude, this one's going nuts. Kind of dig it like that though. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I really like that actually. Okay, so Walmart, just looking at you know, it corrected like the whole market did last year, and everything reversed right after Christmas. All right, so since then it's like I chose like anchor point 1 and 2 on the bottom, and then point here.
Hey Mitch, is there some sort of harmonic pattern on reply 4-hour Poloniex?
Bruh.
Adrian A, if it's on Poloniex, it's going to be on anyone, but we can look at it. Thanks for the threes, dudes. Yeah, we'll look. So Walmart, right? Big earnings beat. Everything was great, man. And look at the heart line with the respect. It's freaking really nice. The 25, really nice. Heartline support. And so big pullback right here. Not really sure. I mean, you know, the earnings just happened, so maybe we let the, you know, divergence was clearly going on, right, from a high to your higher highs, kept making lower levels real string, like lower levels of positive momo, and now it's not as clear. Right, you just got to think maybe the lowest risk area for Walmart would be around $114, right, if the trend was to uphold, you know, the shorter term trend. I mean, I say shorter term, and it's like we're talking like, you know, like a year and a half, or like over a year, just a little over a year. So just uptrending. Not really sure if I see a trade set up on this, man, at all. Like, it's really weird, and earnings just happened, so kind of want to see the dust settle after the volatility. So this one, though, you know, if you held on to it, if you're long on Walmart, you are a king. You are certainly a king. All right, yeah, it was definitely range bound for a while, consolidated, and then it blew up, and it could continue going up. Lawrence Walford, thanks for the sub. No one mess with Walford, or Lawrence Walford, okay. What was it? Walmart got dinged for regressing margins. Don't they have like only 2% profit margin anyway? Here's a $300 TV, rack up that's $6 and sell 500 more today. I'm not really sure, you know, the deepness of like what it is like that happened, but I don't know. I just think it's pretty cool that Walmart, you know, being retail, brick and mortar like all the others, has outperformed all the others, right? Found a way to, you know, market the online sales, as well as it was able to really get that, you know, the delivery, not delivery, but like the, what do they call it with Walmart? It's different than Target with Shipped, where they deliver it to you. They actually do curbside delivery, where you call it in, you just drive by and you pick it up, so you don't have to shop. So, I mean, that kind of stuff's really good. Yeah, wash your guns, certainly. But again, man, when this market, this macro decides to go into recession, nothing's safe. Nothing is safe. Walmart will lose 30 to 50% of its value, like everything else. I mean, that's a blue chip, right? I mean, you're talking like tech will lose 70 to 90% of its value, probably. Scylla, I'm not sure. We remember I was talking about earlier in the stream, we had some crazy scammer try to come in and scam everyone with like 1 million accounts, so we kind of went on lockdown. So I think Bradford will get, or Julia will get with you, and we'll make sure you can get in the Discord and all that. Yes, Roku went insane. Yes, Sid. Thanks for the sub, Amir. Really appreciate it, man. Welcome. As if you don't know, if you're just tuning in, Bitcoin, well, the whole crypto market's daily candle closed. We have a new one that opened about 19 minutes ago. I've been live now for 1 hour and 20 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Did a static video today, just giving a brief update on Bitcoin, the S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial, and the Russell 2000. Check it out if you haven't. And thanks so much for the 354 people here and the 143 likes.
Is that a joint?
Oh, Julia.
Bullish butterflies are pretty #noom.
Are pretty new moon? Newman? What? What do you mean, Julia? I don't understand. I'm trying to think, was that even you, Julia? We might have a fake Julia tipping. It's happened before, all right? It's not the first and won't be the last time, so I just don't understand. Bullish butterfly from Mr. Peabody. Yes, yes indeed. All right, let's get XRP real quick. Someone was requesting it. He said Poloniex. I mean, again, I don't really look at this one on, you know, you're talking about X, A, B, C, D. Yeah, I think so. I've had that plotted, but it wasn't on this one. It was Bitstamp. Yep, there you go, man. So the PCZ of this pattern will put you around 23.965, 24 cents. That would be a 78% retrace. Bullish Cypher Connect. All right. Big amount of negative momentum on the daily. It's the highest level. Could never break above 60. Pathetic. Could never hold above the critical support. Pathetic. Just terrible, man. All right. So, yes, there might be value at 24 cents to layer in or something. Okay. It was a fake Julia. Of course. Julia has a signature contribution, all right? What happened to my music, man? Hello? There it is, dude. What happened, chat? So XRP. It had so much potential with the swell stuff, but nay, none of it mattered. The hype train died hard. It got obliterated. It was like, we're up 1 cent, man. We're up 1 cent. Extreme euphoria, and dead. Since that swell meeting, since the 1 cent crescendo increase, it has fallen as low as 19%, right? It dropped 19. Maybe 20%, down like nearly 6 cents since then, dude.
Is that a joint?
Gross.
Thanks for the hard work, Mitch. Could you please look at EOS Connect?
Yeah, Mr. Harry. Gross. Thank you, dude, for the 420. We'll look at EOS Connect. Did this one ever hit the PCZ? What the heck? Never really hit it. Dang. Got close. It hit a 78% retrace probably though, right? Nah, it was like a 68% retrace. Never really got there, right? Where 886 is the PCZ of a bearish bat pattern in this situation. Never got there. Just started selling off a little bit. Hasn't really gone anywhere. You're maybe hoping for one more hoorah to get you there. That's a great area for a short on EOS at nearly $4, $3.96. Short opportunity. And in log scale, it's fantastic. And the beauty is, if you don't know about harmonics and log scale, they don't change. They stay exactly the same, right? They don't move, so it doesn't get messed up. All right, so if you think about this pattern and then you look at it in log scale, it's so perfect how the confluence with the PCZ, pattern completion zone, lines up with the downsloping resistance and log scale of this channel we've been in since EOS decided to have some stupid event where we watched it on a Saturday. It was like Saturday, May 31st or maybe June 1st or something, and they were awful. And since then, it's just been destroyed. And it's just like showing this testament to, hey man, the market does not like when you do this stuff. It's really stupid. So it probably, that's the thing. It's an event. It led up, the price action led up to the event, and that's when everyone dumped on it, right? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now a higher low, but maybe it's just harmonic, still in the downtrend until you really break above $4. But we all know you really got to break above 424. Okay, and then back test it forwarding again. Okay, so in a downtrend, correction still for EOS. All right, there's your, it's EOS, dude. It doesn't really have a name. It's an acronym. Smart, I guess, right? If there's no eggplant in the tip, it ain't Julia or Drink Troll or Vetman Boy. There you go. Sorry, man. We've been going, dude. Oh, God. Token Dude has joined the Discord. I don't know. Seems kind of sketchy of a name, doesn't it? Token Dude, explain your intentions. Excuse me. Let's see. Where was Adam's chart? Oh, there it is. Tesla Connect. Okay, so this is Mr. Peabody. He wants to be on the big screen. He wants to be a big shot. He wants to be a superstar. That's what he's saying. There it is, Dad. Oh my God. Tesla, dude. So let's look at it. All right. X to A, then B. 44% retrace. All right, fair. 61.8% retrace, fair. 886. Holy crap. Here, the PCZ. Kind of making some bearish divergence there. Give me a sec. Let's go to Tesla Connect. Yep, you are at the 886. That is certain. Okay, so let me just clean it up a little bit. This is, oh, log scale. See, even in log scale, it bugs out. I hate that, man. All right, so he's saying high, higher, high. Look at this divergence going on, man. It's pretty gnarly. But it could keep climbing, man. I just don't know, man. Like, it seems like a lot of people try to short Tesla all the time and then end up getting wrecked. Yeah, straight up. Could be a breakaway gap. The volume involved on the move could make this clearly some sort of breakaway gap where you never fill the gap again for a very, very long time. It'd have to be after other earnings where it dumps. But, divergence. Last time, we had divergence here, right? High, slightly higher high, near the top. And look what happened after the divergence played out. Boom. All this. All right, so here we are. Slight amount of bearish divergence on the RSI, not really on the MACD at all.
Is that a joint?
Thanks, Mitch. Please take a look at $QNT, traded on Bittrex as a BTC pair.
Sure. Harry, thanks, man. You had a tight stop loss. That's cool, dude. It's fine. But yeah, idea makes sense, right? And even if like you don't have a harmonic, right? You got to understand Fibonacci to understand the harmonics, right? Fundamentally, we know an 88% retrace from its previous high is a deep retrace, and there are areas of value for a short there. And if you have the divergence you need, then it makes it even tastier of a potential trade. All right. Good eye, Mr. Peabody, man. Fantastic. Give me a sec. Oh my god, dude. I don't know how this played out, but it certainly did. Wow. I don't even know the last time we looked at it, but geez, how perfect, chat. When's the last time we looked at this crap, dude? Bullish Gartley. Beautiful bullish Gartley. Upsloping support gave us more reason to believe this could hold, right? Freaking beautiful. Candle, this inception price, right? Also had that plotted. Let's go, dude. Beautiful. So continuing to rally. You're to 78 to 88 to 100% retrace now. I mean, like the trade's kind of over. If you were trading quantum, you're kind of taking profit now. Holding on to this demand line, we call it. Right, that is where the buy orders are. Right, even here. Beautiful. So there's not much really more to look at now. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'd look at it any other way. So it's just like uptrending until this breaks. And once this breaks, you could go down to 58,400 Satoshis. All right. Cool, dude. Thanks, Harry. You can barely hear me? Gosh dang, man. Really? You are token, dude? Okay, gotcha. Slow, man. No big deal. You're good. Sorry. The Kang broke all-time highs. What happened? Okay, so it's just testament, man, to a PCZ area, and it's near. Look, it was near the 1618 as well. So confluence, and your touch points, and POW. Great, right? Like Casey Stubbs' profit taking level would be 86,600 sats and 97,700 sats, but we know it's already retraced extremely deep at this point. Probably, let's see, like high to low. Yeah, it's close to a 61% retrace at 83,876. Could still hit that, but you've hit a 50% already. Could climb a little bit higher before pulling back to maybe touch and test that demand line again to see if there's any more buyers down there. Okay. Awesome, Sal. Thanks, dude. Mumble crap coin. I should be a hype beast, dude. I should do mumble rap on S coins. I'd blow up, man. Okay, man. So, wow, what a stream. It's been a real good one. Really productive. We covered a lot of assets today. It's been nice. Yeah, Cardano's still alive. Just not doing much. It's still inside a downsloping channel. We looked at it earlier today. It's up. It's the only asset on my watch list that's up at all. It's up nearly 1%. Here it is. Still, right, in the downtrend, in the channel, right? The impulse, then the downsloping consolidation, and you're right at it, right at that, what do we call it, the supply line.
Thanks, Mitch. Could you please look at plan, NASDAQ listed?
Sure, Harry.
Is that a joint?
I dig it, man. Oh yeah, and a plan. Oh yeah, had the wedge. It broke the wedge, but not looking strong at all, looking weak. Right, so it was like, you know, kind of wedge, kind of breakout, it definitely back tested, but stalling, really looking kind of weak here. And definitely, look, you know, you make a high, you make a slightly lower high with lower levels of positive momentum, very well could just mean that it might be time to sell off again. You're confirming in the market. The lower high is not good. You wanted to make a higher high here, you didn't. So, I don't know, man. You could also look at it like it was some sort of, look, left shoulder's head, right shoulder. Maybe it comes back down. that $45, $46 area. Maybe back test it again for running. But look, you had your run up. Now you're selling off. If you think about value, right, low to high, at these levels, 38%, nearly, I mean, it's like a 45% retrace at one point. Somewhat moderate area of value. Rallied is not making higher highs than the previous highs, though, right? Until you break above $50 and hold above $50, you're making lower highs every time, every single time. So you still could be correcting, all right? There's no way we could look at it just by using the channel and not the wedge, just 1 and 2 same anchor points. Do like that. We still broke out, but barely, right? So I think the threshold here, if you're asking, is like if you fall below 45.79, you're probably going down to test $40. Okay, so that's the threshold. That's where you shouldn't be messing around with it after 45. Okay. Make sense? So if it can hold above 45 long enough, you eventually just rally the upside and test all-time highs again at $60. But again, you don't want to be fooling with this below $45. Okay, Harry, there you go, man. Thank you, dude.
Bruh.
Looking kind of weak on a breakout. How much higher do I think the S&P will go? Well, we're in an area where a reversal could happen anytime, right? If we looked at it in the static video today. Look, dude, I mean, you tell me, like, is this insanity going to continue? Look, I mean, you tell me, dudes.
Look here! Look, listen!
It's hitting it. It's at it. It actually closed the day touching and kind of breaking that upsloping resistance, exceeding the 1414 fib extension. The 1618 fib extension is at 3,158 up here. All right, so a gap could fill next week at 3,098, 3,100 area. Look at the divergence, not doing much of anything. Positive momentum starting to build again. Overbought. You haven't been overbought. I mean, you haven't been this overbought on the S&P 500 since January of 2018. So it could continue staying overbought and could continue climbing, and maybe, I wonder, just maybe, if this will be regarded or respected, right? This trend line. It's off just a little bit. Let me see. Make sure it's pinpoint. 1. See, these are off. So if you do it like that, if you 1 here and 2 here and 3 here, you actually haven't broken it. I was just off a little. And that's why it's important to zoom in and try to make sure your anchor points are perfect. You can use the anchor tool too. And there's like one that's really sensitive and there's one that's not so sensitive. The anchor tool is like over here. The magnet tool, excuse me. Magnet mode.
Thanks,
Is that a
Mr.
joint?
Brock. Enjoy a PBR on me. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Harry, man. Will do. Thank you for the PBR Connect in 420. Harry, man, don't forget, if you need to ever use the magnet tool, it's right here. Okay? Hype in the chat.
Hype in the chat!
Sweet. So how high could it go? A little bit higher, and it could just keep on floating on up. But the 1618, the golden mean ratio, you got to think that maybe a reversal would happen before then or at that level. But this is a huge pattern, man. All right. And the weekly slick trades, man, it's unreal, right? It's like, look, your broadening top pattern, you broke out of it to the upside. Divergence, it played out, right? Extremely bullish conditions. This was your divergence playing out, and it pivoted, rallied, higher low, you're gone. All right, so now it's kind of over on the weekly for divergence. Okay, I think it's, look. Oh, I mean, you can almost argue Class C divergence, but look, what happens if it keeps building next week? Then it will be invalidated completely. So, unreal. Not even 200 likes for me. Whatever, dude. It's only 300 people watching too. I mean, let's be real. I'm a dead streamer. Okay. Dead streamer until Bitcoin volatility picks up again, and then I'll be reigning champ again, right? But I don't know what it is, man. We already looked at Tesla. BDE camps. Thanks, dude. Alright, Slick Trades, that was it, dude. Getting extended a little too hard. I don't think so, Slick Trades. If you think about it, man. We've been kind of unable to. I mean, anytime for the past like 3 years, we hit all-time highs, and then we only go up from our previous all-time highs 2% before having major corrections, or pretty decently major corrections, and before rallying again. So, no, man, I think we've kind of been consolidating for the past few years after the big Trump bump, right, from when the market returned to the mean. And that election happened to be the catalyst that drove all the growth, but market expansion. So, no, I don't think we're getting extended. I just think that we got a new breakout, man.
Being that there is no video feed of you, is this TA with naked Mitch Ray smile?
Is that a joint?
Ben, maybe, dude. It might be. Naked TA, Kappa. It might be. Could be good, could be gross. You can paint a mental image if you want to. And I strongly recommend you don't if you don't want to, okay? Thank you, dude. Is that a joint? This is not an S coin, dude. This is the heart and soul of the stock market, the S&P 500. It's beautiful. If you're a market participant, you're killing it. Okay, your retirement account, killing it, dude. Hope you'll have some good plans this evening with your friends and or family or anyone, right? SOs, whatever it is, man. I hope it goes well. Arash, man, you asking about the secret sauce? I've never seen you type before in my life. All right. Now, you didn't say please. You didn't say anything. You're getting mixed feeling about it. Yeah, you're up 19% on the year. That's it, dude. What? Dude, take some money off and let the rest ride. People do that, man. It's okay. You're lowering your risk when the correction does happen. And I'm not saying like a correction like recession. I'm just saying like, look, these impulses happen. And look, these big moves happen, dude. Right? The big moves happen. And then they rally again. Okay, so what happens when we get to the top? Sell off, big move down the last months. And then the next 6 months after the 2-3 months we're selling off, we rally again to much higher prices. Or slightly higher highs, right? Of course not, Kegology. Of course not. That's right, Tyler, man. Good. Okay. So thanks so much, everyone, for all the likes, love, support, contributions. Y'all the real ones that are still watching with Bitcoin volatility so low. Eventually I'll be back down to 100 viewers again. It just keeps dwindling. My concurrent viewership average just keeps dwindling. Okay, so I'll just be back. I don't know when I'll be back, but really grateful for the people that still do watch, that still do support this stream, this community, because it's not just me, it's all you. So I'll be back later. Until then, respect the T. Hey.
XRP going to the moon. Yeah.
Wow, I butchered that one. Let me try that again. Hold on. This is awful. This is weird. Give me a sec.
XRP going to the moon. Yeah.
There you go. That's okay. All right.
Adios, turd nuggets.